try to get some heat out of that? Good morning, and welcome to You, Math and Me. Today's topic, we're going to talk about place value. And place value identifies how to pronounce each portion of this number. And oftentimes, we speak of six-figure incomes. Well, today, we're looking at 7 figures, a decimal, and 3 more. Now, the way we say this particular number is 2,836,753 and 173 thousandths. Again, place value. And when we look at any portion of this particular number, for example, if we underline the 3 here, that 3 is in the ones place value. So we'd have 3 ones. And oftentimes, your teacher may ask you to do what's called expanded form. So you look at a number something like this. Let's just take this portion, 753. You would have 3 ones, 5 tens, 7 hundreds. And in this particular case, that would be 3, 50, and 700. And that would get you 753. If we looked at and underlined the number 6, we would be at the 6,000 portion of that number. And the expanded form of that would be 6 times 1,000 for 6,000. Let's look at another number. 9, 7, 6, 5, 3, and 7. And we're going to put that out here and say 9, 7, 6, 5, 3, 7. That's 97,653. And 7/10. Again, if we underline just this 9 here, that would be 9 times 10,000 for 90,000. Place values. Very important. There's a particular way that you need to say this number. We don't want you to say 97,000 653.7 because and infers decimal. Okay? Let's look at that six-figure income, where 7, 5, 4, 3, 1, 5. That's 754,315. Again, do not say 754,315. If you say and, it would infer that you're talking about a decimal. And that would look like this. And as you can see, 7,543 and 1,500 is a lot less than 754,315. If you had a salary, I think you'd want this one. And that would be your six-figure income. Now, you heard me mention expanded form. There are going to be opportunities where you may have an assignment where, again, you have this 2,836,753 and 173 thousandths. And your teacher asks you to just convey this digit here. You would multiply that 3 times 1 over 10,000. And again, this is a fraction problem. 3 times 1 and 1 times 10,000. And this is what you would say. Getting right back to what we started with, fractions, just another way to say it. We expressed it in decimal, and then we did it in expanded form, and then we converted back to a fraction. Now, when we're writing a check, we normally have something that's made payable to George Randall, and let's say you owe me $55.65. And again, if we do it in expanded form, that's 5 times 10, which is 50. 5 times 1, 5. 6 times 1/10, which is 60 cents. And 5 times 100th. And when you add that, you get 55.65. Okay. Place value. Now again, if you have any issues with place value, you can contact me at GER or GERandall22@gmail.com. Okay. Now when we come back, we're going to be going over variables again because it's time. Within the next couple of weeks, we'll be talking about algebraic expressions. So, at this time, I'm going to take a little break, and we'll be right back. Thank you. I gotta go get that apple.
What's wrong? Girl, I just went to a major dealership and got ripped off on a luxury car. Ugh.
Well, I just got a great deal on a luxury car at Star Imports in Camp Springs, Maryland. They took their time with me, treated me with respect, and helped me find the perfect car.
Hey, DMV, looking for a unique car buying experience? Tired of high-pressure sales? Good news. At Star Imports, you'll be delighted with our boutique-style car buying experience. We're committed to treating you with the utmost respect, even if you have less than perfect credit. Check out our impressive selection of pre-owned BMWs, Mercedes-Benz, Lexus, Jaguars, and other imports starting at $5,988. For fast online guaranteed credit approvals, go to starimports.com. That's STARRIMPORTS.com. Or call 301-423-8000. Star Imports, home of the boutique-style car buying experience. Located in Camp Springs, Maryland, off exit 7B off the Beltway, next to Red Lobster.
Hello again, and welcome back to You, Math and Me. In the second half, we're going to talk about variables. And variables are used as a shorthand way of expressing mathematical expressions. For example, and again, the importance of being able to read and interpret that so that we can convert an expression mathematically. For example, a number increased by 5. And again, a variable can be used A through Z. I don't expect you to use the letter X because you might get it confused with multiplication. So again, we'll use a number N increased by 5. A number increased by 5. I think for our shorthand expression, I'd want to write N plus 5. Real quick. Other examples. We can use a number divided by 9. And again, if I write out a number divided by 9. And again, P. You can either do this or P divided by 9. Much easier than writing that out. And here's another. The product of a number multiplied by 9. A product, so that means multiplication, multiplied by, and it equals 72. So again, in this case, a number times 9 equals 72. Now, again, we're back to our basic facts. What number multiplied by 9 equals 72? 8. Eventually, you won't be able to see what the answer is because you'll get an algebraic problem that will look like this. 9m plus 1/2 equals 72 plus 1 1/2 m. And just looking at that, you might throw your hands up and go, I can't do it. But it's all about the basic facts. Now, right now we'll change a few things for you, make it easy, because we want you to see just how this process goes. Because that's where we're going. Next time we'll be looking at some algebraic expressions. But we're going to do this. We're going to make this a 2, and this just m, 1m. And you've heard me say before, Whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, you must do to the other's equal sign, because the original equation would have to be equal. Now, talk about cousins. How do you undo addition? The whole goal is to get this m by itself so it'll say m equals something. So we can do one of two things. It says plus 1, so we're going to subtract 1m. Did it on the right? Got to bring it over here. Subtract 1m. You draw a line. You got, even though you have a variable, 9 minus 1 is 8. M plus 2 equals 72. Because over here, plus 1 minus 1 is 0. So that's gone. Got to get this over there. How do you undo addition? Subtract 2. Whatever you do to one side, must do to the other. And this goes away because plus 2 minus 2 is 0. You're left with 8m equals 70. Because 72 minus 2 is 70. How do you undo multiplication? The old cousin division. And now you're going to get that m by itself. Divide by 8. You're left with m. Whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other. M equals 70 over 8. Which again, you can't leave it like that. 6, it goes 8 times with 6 left over. And the answer is 8 3/4. That's what m equals. Now, the way you check it, wherever there's an m, you put that value in. Now today we're not going to check it because I just wanted to show you where we're going. We're going to be solving algebraic expressions. But back to that shorthand. And another problem says 7 less than n is 22. So 7 less than a number is 22. So what comes first? Is it 7 n equals 22? Does that say 7 less than a number? That's why we have to be able to read. That's really, the number came first, we subtract n, and we get 22. Must be able to interpret what that says. That says the number, even though n7 came first, 7 less than a number. So you have the number, you subtract 7, and it equals 22. And guess what? Real quick, we'll solve this one-stepper. How do you undo subtraction? You add. Whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other. This cancels. Then you have n, and over here, 29. Check that real quick. 29, which is what we put in for the value of n, subtract 7. Look at that. This is why I like math, black and white, handed in, following the process. Again, being able to read, being able to understand what it is you've read in order to write down an equation to solve a problem. And again, a number divided by three equals 18. So we got a number, M. We used M before. Let's use W. Divided by 3 equals 18. And I just like to rewrite. That says a number divided by 3 equals 18. How do we undo division? With its cousin, multiply. What are we multiplying by? What did we divide by? 3. So we're going to multiply 3 over 1. And over here, we're going to multiply by 3. Remember our cross multiplication. And you're left with W over 1, which anything divided by 1 is that thing. And that's, in this case, it's W. And then over here, 18 times 3, 54. W equals 54. How do we check it? We put 54 in the house, and we divide by 3. 3 goes into 5 once. Three goes into 24 8 times. And look at that. So in this case, W equals 54. We've done 2 algebraic problems, so I've already introduced it, getting ready for next week. However, we also took some basic English and converted it into a numeric expression. And if we follow what we've read properly, we can set up, in this case, an algebraic problem and solve it. Again, if you have any issues and need to contact me, I'm gerandall22@gmail.com. Again, I'd like to thank you, and we'll see you next time. Hey, I survived!